Okay, so let's start kind of back at the beginning.
Yeah.
So the first thing that kind of stood out to me there was when you mentioned that you kind of had this programming from very, very early on that like weight loss and worrying about your weight and worrying about diet and how you look and all this was just a part of being a woman. And
Yes.
I think so many of us can resonate with that. Like I have like a very similar story. I remember sitting and talking with my grandma who was like in her 70s, and she was telling me that she was going on this diet to like lose some weight before they went to like Mexico. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking like what? Like I remember thinking there's no way in hell I'm going to be 70 and still friggin' going on a diet to lose weight. Right?
And
Like,
so much pressure. And
yeah,
living in this constant stress, like, oh my God, I'm gonna eat one more bite. Like, is it gonna make me fat? Is it
right,
like according to my macro ratio? So is it
right,
like in my daily calorie count? It's like so stressful and takes so much mental space and mental energy, and it's not the way to live. Like
exactly,
even if it gets you that, fitness model body or whatever you want to have, like it's not worth it.
right, right.
Mhm.
And I think that's another very important point here. And I think that this is a huge part of what you talk about in your program and a huge part of what I talk about just in general is like a part of the reason diets don't work long term is because they're not set up to work long term. And so
Yeah.
people really like we're addicted to this quick fix idea of just like I'll just do the liquid diet, I'll just do the cabbage soup diet, I'll just do the whatever, the low carb diet, I'll eat as few calories as possible for these like set number of weeks and I'll get the body that I want. But it's like but you're not going to be able to keep it, right? And
Yes,
so
exactly.
and all it's like it gives you that instant validation, it gives you that instant like weight loss or that instant whatever, but you know that like you can't keep those habits up and you're just going to go back to where you are. And so I think that a lot of people really feel like when they go on these diets it's like they're making progress, but really you're not, right? You're actually staying in the same place just doing the same thing over and over and over again. And
Yeah.
so kind of the next point that you made there is like that it wasn't that you like found a diet and then 2 months later you were like awesome, right? That it was like you put in years of healing yourself, of healing your body, healing your mind. And I think that it's kind of difficult to motivate people to put in the time that it does take to actually get yourself to a place where you can be healthy for the rest of your life, right? Because this is what I'm saying
Yes.
is like it isn't a quick fix, and it's not going to
Yes.
happen overnight, and it's not going to happen in a couple of months, right? It's going to be trial and error. It's going to be going inside and really figuring things out, and it's going to be a process. And I think that people really just think, yeah, but I could just go on the diet and lose the
Mm.
20 pounds. So like why should I invest in really like figuring all this stuff out when I can just go on a diet and lose the 20 pounds? So like what would you
Yeah.
say to
And
who's kind of in that mind space?
um yeah, and I think that's why you don't even need to think, oh, I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life. Sometimes it really
Mm-hmm.
helps to give yourself 1 week or
Right.
2 weeks or 3 weeks. And for example, the way I quit smoking wasn't like, okay, I'm gonna quit smoking for the rest of my life. I took one day at a time. And I always had a packet of cigarettes in my drawer, I remember. And I would tell myself, I can smoke today if I want to, but I'm gonna choose not to smoke today. And if I really want to, I'll do it tomorrow. And I did it
Right.
day after day after day. And now it's been, I don't know, 8 years since I haven't smoked. So sometimes you just need to take one day at a time or
Right.
1 week at a time. And the
Yeah.
reason why I like design my program, it's not like, oh, there's some sort of program that we're gonna follow for the rest of our lives. It's like it's set up for 21 days because anyone can, commit for 21 days. And then
Yeah.
you feel amazing. And then you feel like, okay, this is how this food and how this mindset exercises affect me. So I'm gonna continue doing this, and not
Right.
because this is sort of a diet, but because, oh, okay, it makes me feel good. I want to feel good, so that's why I'm gonna do it.